Hey everybody, Austin here again with another Let's Play video. Back to Ninja Gaiden for the NES for the umpteenth time. This is a game I've covered many times on this channel in a variety of forms. But this video is sort of here to kill two birds with one stone. For one, it's one of those games that I last recorded with my old capture setup. So I wanted to sort of bring it back to the modern day with, sharper visuals and a better frame rate on YouTube here. But also, I just finally finished building my new computer build. We ran into some nightmarish technical difficulties with it. But everything is up and running and stable. And so this is also to quickly test my new computer build for the recording and rendering process and whatnot. So this is going to be a relatively short Let's Play compared to some of the more recent ones I've done. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden on the NES. Before we really start, I wanted to give a quick shout out to my current Patreon backers as of early June 2017. We actually recently got a new backer, Michael Tyler. So Michael, if you're out there watching, thank you for your support, and thanks to everybody else that has supported my Patreon so far. So yeah, what we're going to be doing here on Ninja Gaiden is I'm going to be using some speedrun techniques. I am by no means a speedrunner at all, but I did want to actually learn how to speedrun Ninja Gaiden. After watching, awesome games done quickly many times and so forth, it kind of got me interested in trying my hand at the speedrun thing myself. And so I did actually, a couple of years ago, start learning how to speedrunning this game. And I think I got about 85% through learning, how to speedrun this game. It's something I do want to get back to, but other things have just kind of sucked my time away from being able to focus on that. But I have learned quite a few techniques. I'm going to show those techniques to you. Hopefully I can get a lot of them, on the first try. And towards the end of the game, though, I'm going to be letting up on the whole speedrunning thing just so we can actually get through to the end of the game, because I'm very rusty towards the end of the game in particular. We're also playing on the retro USB AVS system, and so thanks to my HD display here, there is a little bit of input lag, which makes speedrunning this game a little tricky, or speedrunning in general relatively tricky. If you're thinking about speedrunning some of these old classic games, or trying to learn how to speedrun them, I suggest playing on original hardware, on a traditional CRT television. Then you'll have no input lag and whatnot. Not an HD CRT, but just a traditional, standard CRT set through composite, or if you're using an NES, maybe you've got an RGB modded, try to find yourself like a professional video monitor or something like that. Well, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. We're going to skip through all of the story sequences and so forth. If any of you guys really want to see the story, there's other long plays out there on YouTube. And I have a couple of long plays on my own channel as well, if you want to see some story. So one of the things to note about Ninja Gaiden is this jump slash ability. You just jump and slash. So instead of stopping and slashing, you want to jump and slash your way through enemies, and that's how you really keep your rhythm and pace up in the game. And there's also this ability called the spin slash, which is one of your, I guess you could say, ninja arts that you get throughout the course of the game. How it operates is when you're in the air, when you press your attack button, it automatically comes out. And it can pretty much just annihilate any enemy and boss in this game in pretty much one hit if you get it just right. Really cool ability, and insanely useful for speedrunning purposes. Not just for bosses, but also for standard enemies and so forth. So one of the things about Ninja Gaiden, trying to get through it as quickly as possible, is jump slashing through your enemies. But if you find yourself coming down towards the ground and enemies in your way, timing your slash to where you slash them, but don't stop your motion. So there's actually a little trick right here, and I failed, where you can jump in the middle like this, and then immediately get up. So you're supposed to come down and do it on your first try. Whoops, and we just died trying it. That's okay. So I am going to stop and sort of explain how some of these little tricks work. But this guy right here, you just want to jump over and grab that, and we messed it up again. So it's actually really tricky to get it, but once you get it down, you'll find yourself just getting it more times than not. And one of the big things about Ninja Gaiden, it's speedrunning it in general, is just trying to, narrow down the amount of times you stop to a bare minimum, basically. And so the idea is just to keep going, and I missed that, so I ended up having to turn around, and and I got hit by him, so that's bad, that's losing time. The idea is to just go through the game without stopping at all. And what I like to do is throw this this star out and just let it do a lot of the work for me. And this is something I actually used to do back in the day when I was a kid, and that's how I'd be able to get through that section really fast when I was younger. You know, like I said, I've never considered myself a speedrunner. Wow, I missed that too. That's crazy. Never considered myself a speedrunner. This is the first and really only game I've tried learning how to speedrun. There's going to be a damage boost right here where you damage... Ooh, wow. Failed damage boost. That only happens like one out of 20 times I try this. Bam. See, you're supposed to just run into the bat like that, and he pushes you up. And basically what that does is it keeps you from having to, you know, go along the ladder on the side and spend time climbing up it. And it ends up just saving you a ton of time going through the game. Now this actually kind of sucks because I don't have any ninpo now, and that's basically what they call like your magic arts in this game, or your ammunition for your magic arts, or your ninja arts, whatever you want to call it. So normally you're supposed to kill this guy in just one hit, but I completely failed. I died, and I lost my ninpo, but that's okay. And like I said, I'm not a speedrunner. I just want to show you guys some of the techniques as we go through this Let's Play. Now, if I did actually complete speedrunning Ninja Gaiden and, you know, get a pretty solid time for myself, I did think about moving on to Castlevania, because as some of you guys know, I already know some of the speedrun techniques for that game. Wow, I messed that up too. So we're just damage boost up here. Really need to get this fire wheel right here. It helps out for the boss. But what you're supposed to do is jump and use the shuriken to hit the power-up down so you don't have to damage boost your way up and spend time trying to get the power-up. And I'm surprised I missed that, because I don't usually miss that either. I've only missed it a handful of times in my whole stint with trying to run this game. There's also going to be a damage boost right here. I'll try to show it to you. Get hit by the bird, land up top. Now there's actually more to it that you can do as well, but I haven't quite figured it out. I've watched another one of the popular runners do it. And it's really interesting to see how you can use the birds to just juggle you around and to get over certain parts of the game. And I messed up that part as well. You're supposed to just jump down and try to slash that guy right away. Now I'm going to try another attack right here. Got it. That's really, really challenging right there. You got to get the timing just right. To do it normally, what you would do is you would just stop, wait for the bird to come out, and attack the bird as you go down. You wait for the guy to move over a little bit so you don't get hit by him. But that's okay. Go ahead again, just skip through the story. Ninja Gaiden is not a long game, so I want to say like the world records are in like the mid-11s or something like that. So it only takes, you know, if you're really running the game perfectly, it only takes you, you know, between 11 and 12 minutes to run through the game. And messed up that damage boost. I actually... Whoa! That isn't something... That guy doesn't normally come back like that. And that was interesting. I got hit by him. Definitely was not expecting that. So... But yeah, Ninja Gaiden is not a very long game at all. Even when you're not speedrunning it, if you're just trying to go through as fast as possible using fairly normal techniques, you can still get through the game in about 15 minutes, you know, flat, if you're doing it without dying. Bam, got that boost. That's good. And unfortunately, I used my ninpo. I didn't mean to do that, so I messed up the upcoming damage boost I was going to do. Let's see if I can show it to you, since we're back at 0 ninpo. Whenever you die, your ninpo gets cut in half, but I had 0 ninpo, so I basically started off with 0 like I normally would if I was playing this level for the first time. Got it again. That's good. That's always a satisfying one, because the timing's got to be just right. But this one, you can just ninpo your way right there. Oh, and I was supposed to get boosted the other way off the bat. So, yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about. Like, I wasn't expecting to get a lot of these boosts and whatnot. Usually I am better at getting the boosts, but so far in this run, I have not been doing too well with that, unfortunately. So there's a bat right here. You can jump early and swipe him like that. And I think I missed some ninpo. That's okay. just going to damage boost off him, come up like this. And this bird right here, you want to just let him go and then attack both the bird and the bat at the same time. Attack that guy as he comes down. There's going to be some Ninpo right here. And you can actually do a small little damage boost off this guy. Bam, just like that. And I'm probably not going to get it, but you can jump up. Yep, and just cling onto the ladder like that. And slice through both these guys. Slice through him, run through this guy. Slice, got it. Nice. That's actually kind of tough to get. Run up and slice that guy from behind. The hitboxes are a little large in this game. Oops, I messed that up big time. That's okay. But at least we can get this damage boost right here. You want to jump early over this guy. And then just jump, get hit by his bullets. Bam. And you do a damage boost like that. That's one of the really fun damage boosts for me. I really like that boost. And we need to make sure we get at least 5 Ninpo for the boss. And this guy you can just kill in one hit with your spin slash attack. Just like that. And we're already getting close to the end of the game. We're at stage 5 now, and there's only 6 stages in the whole game. So 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, etc. Then 6-1, 6-2, blah blah blah. That's how the stages are laid out in the game. See if we can, bam, got that. That's a tough one to get too. I messed that one up quite a bit. We're just gonna slice through that guy. That's not the fastest way to do it, but if you've got the throwing star, that's one way you can do it. Again, the idea is just to constantly move, and so using things like the golden throwing star, not the most ideal solution. Let's see if we can damage boost off this bat. Got it. That's a really risky one right there, because there's the pit, and if you mess it up, you die, guaranteed, so. Alright, so we're going to try to jump down and slash that guy. Oh, I messed it up because I stopped. The idea is to not stop. Got that one, though. That guy that was higher up on that platform. And he's tough for me to get for some reason. I don't know why. He looks like wide open, but it's always troublesome for me. And we're just going to slice through these guys. I'm going to damage boost like that. And then there's another bat right here. Some Ninpo right there. I usually grab because I'm not that great with this section, and that's a little trick you can use there. And you can also, well, I didn't need to. Normally there was another bird that you could slice through if you go over the top way, but he didn't pop out, I guess because the other bird was on screen, which was weird. And you can just jump over these guys like that. So this is one of the levels I need more practice at for speedrunning. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to keep the spin slash through to the end so we can kill the boss in one hit. And if I'm not able to do that, that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. There's also a fire shield up top there, which makes this section a lot easier. There's also an extra life on that previous screen. But when you're speedrunning, you don't get extra lives. That just slows you down. But if you're playing the game normally, you absolutely want the extra lives. There's our Ninpo. That'll allow us to kill this boss in one hit, but we need to make sure that we don't use it. So we're just going to jump over those dudes, come on up here. Getting to this boss with the spin slash is tricky. That was one of the hardest things for me to do when I was first learning how to speedrun this game. And I'm still very inconsistent at it because I don't practice this game much anymore. I've got lots of other stuff to take care of. I gotta do YouTube videos for you guys. I've got Patreon backers now, and I'm obligated to provide content. So I have to sit down and record stuff for you guys. Oops, I messed that up. So you can actually go and you can attack those 4 enemies back to back, including the bird and the bat. The bat is the 3rd enemy I got hit by, unfortunately. So. And there's some power-ups here, there's some Ninpo, there's more Ninpo right here. The blue ones only give you 5, and the orange ones give you 10. And that was actually changed in later Ninja Gaidens. I don't know if it was part 2 or part 3, but the orange Ninpo, I think it was part 3. The orange Ninpo in part 3, I think, would give you all of your Ninpo back. I think that's how it worked in that one. And let's hope that we don't get wrecked by these guys. And I stopped there. I didn't mean to stop, but better safe than sorry. You know, I don't need to, you know, put up the most amazing time, especially on this level. I am not well practiced. Oops. Ran out of Nimpo, actually. And that right there, you can just jump straight to that ladder and it puts you right up on the next screen, which is quite nice. And we're gonna go ahead and use this Nimpo to slice through all these guys, just like so. And we're actually getting close to the end of the game already. We are only 15 minutes in, and there's actually gonna be another boost right here. You can just bounce off this guy and just go across that chasm. And let's see. There's gonna be a boost right here I can show you. You bounce off the bat, and I messed up. But that's okay. So we're not gonna worry about it. And you can actually just jump up here and jump to that ladder like that. And you can do the same on this side. Obviously, you want to do it faster. There's a rhythm and rhyme to it, to where you can pretty much get it 100% of the time. And I'm skipping all these candles because they're not anything I need. What I needed was the Nimpo, which I got. And I'm gonna... Whoa, gotta watch out. The birds do the most damage, unfortunately. They do 3 hit points. And so you definitely don't want to get hit by the birds. And this is where I'm going to start just slowing down. I just want to play it safe. I want to get to the end now. Now there is going to be some health up here, which is nice. And so we're going to... I was going to say slice our way through there, but we messed up. Alright, so there's our Nimpo. And right here, if you're new to just trying to get through this, you can just hold right. Just like that. You're pretty much guaranteed to go through. You do obviously take some damage, unfortunately. And so what we're going to do is just slice through this guy in one hit. Now, there's also a maneuver you can do here, or a trick, where you can press down and attack repeatedly in the air, and you can slice multiple times in the air. Now, you can slice up to like 6 or 7 or 8 times or something crazy like that. Unfortunately, I'm absolutely awful at it, so we're just going to be slicing, you know, once or twice in the air, and then jumping back down. So this guy right here, I've actually got a how to beat video, basically, on this final boss rush itself. And so I'm not really going to explain how to beat this guy here. If you can check out that other video if you're interested. Basically, you want to just stay towards the bottom of the screen. You'll notice that the fireballs just go off the screen. They are homing fireballs, so if you stay up towards the top, they'll come back up, and then the screen can just get swarmed with fireballs. So this guy has 3 parts right here. There's actually multiple ways to take him out. First you need to attack the head. Some speedrunners, they actually just bypass the tail and go straight for the heart. I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like playing through this whole level over again. If I get hit a couple more times, I'm going to have to. Bam. And you can actually climb on this guy too, which is kind of funny. I always get up and just stand down. So that's Ninja Gaiden on the NES, and that's with some speedrun techniques and whatnot. Like I said, I'm not really a speedrunner, and I still need to get back to finally finishing speedrunning this game and actually clocking in a really good, or really solid time for myself. I think the world record is probably around like 11:30 or 11:45 or something. I was able to get 12:45 in one run with lots of mistakes, so I know I can get 12:30, which is a pretty respectable time, but it's no world record or anything like that. So I hope to be able to get a speed run, you know, a really good run captured sometime on original hardware, and maybe post it to YouTube, and then call it a day, basically, with trying to speedrun this game. But yeah, it's fun at least learning speedrun techniques, because you just kind of like take the game to a different level, you know. So when we were playing through these games as kids, we would just stop at every enemy. And it was a relatively slow experience. It was still fun because, you know, the gameplay was fun, it was challenging, the graphics were great, the music was great. But as you get better and better and better, you start experimenting more. And like the jump slashing, I learned that as a kid, just through playing the game a lot. It's not like something I learned recently through, you know, attempting to speedrun the game. And then using the spin slash or using the golden ninja star to just fly back and forth past you to wipe out lots of enemies really quickly. We learn these things as kids the more we play the game. But then speedrunners, you know, took it to another level in recent times with the damage boost. You know, you intentionally jump into enemies to boost yourself higher up to get to places you're not supposed to get to yet, or to bypass certain areas. And that's what's really fun. When you start learning those techniques, you almost feel like a badass. You almost feel like a real ninja. Assuming, well, I highly doubt real ninjas do damage boosts in real life, but the whole point is, like, you just take the game to a different level, and it's very satisfying to play it like that. And so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back with some more Let's Plays next week, most likely. Again, thanks a lot to my Patreon backers as of early June 2017. And for those of you guys that are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I've got a ton of Let's Plays on this channel and way more to come. And I've also got live streams every Thursday night. Feel free to check those out too. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to just wrap it up here. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, take it easy.